Today we're talking about Kyle's F1 first experience. We're just doing some random stuff.
And fuck soup.
Fox soup.
Hello and welcome to Beer League Benchwarmers, the podcast about our random thoughts, but I get interrupted in the beginning, so let's record it. Gang's here.
So I was thinking about that guy, Brian Campbell. I think he's a hockey player. Red hair. I had a cake with him on it. Why are you nodding?
Really?
Yeah, I was into him. I actually have a signed picture of him on my bedroom wall at my old house. Apparently they're not. He just signed everything, so it's not worth anything. But he's still a cool guy.
I say it's still
That's,
pretty cool.
that's how athletes are.
That's
They
true.
do sign everything, whether you're good or bad. That's what they do.
Do you think you ever signed a can of soup?
100%.
1%.
Yeah, I'm sure you find tons of them.
Okay. Well, since we're talking about soup, how do you guys feel about soup?
Hate it.
Love it. Delicious.
Disgusting.
I
What a
hate
waste of them. I can't even classify it as a meal.
So I don't think it's disgusting. I've had soups that taste good. But it's just it's flavored liquid. That's what beer's for.
I know. I was just gonna say, what is beer then? Or
Yeah, I don't know. It's like it's food flavored water.
flavored water. I love that. Oh man. All right. Would you prefer to drink food flavored water? Like crack open a can of steak?
No, that's gross too.
Okay. That's fair. I like ramen. What?
I almost got my computer knocked over.
Is
Oh,
ramen classified as soup?
I don't know.
When I eat my ramen, I don't leave the water in it.
Really?
You eat it with like a fork.
I don't think what you eat soup with classifies it as soup.
I eat food.
I could tell you what I had. When was the last time I had ramen? I've been pretty
you
darn
can't-
poor, but I still haven't gone to ramen.
You can't eat tomato soup with a fork, so
No, but you can just drink it out of the bowl.
you want
you
to
don't
burn
have
the
to
shit
use
out of
any
your
utensil.
mouth.
Yeah,
Like
wait till
tomato
it
soup
cools
would be the
down.
one soup. Yeah.
Or if
I
you-
made it to eat it now. I don't want to wait till it cools down.
how
If it's
I
gonna
used-
burn your mouth, it doesn't matter if you're using a bowl or if you're using a spoon. It's still gonna burn your mouth.
or if you use a grilled
Well, it
cheese
can
sandwich.
cool down. It can cool down faster in a spoon. Yeah, sandwich is the way to go for grill for
How I used to eat tomato soup was take it, oyster crackers.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I would take those and fill that fucking bowl up so it was just a big bowl of mush.
Delicious.
But at that point, once again,
So
it's not
gross.
it's not soup.
Why
You're
not?
right, it's mush.
You should try a
It's
bread
mush.
bowl with soup in it. That's a thing, right?
Yeah,
I will
that's a
say
thing.
like that. Yeah, like I'm not trying to give Panera Bread any credit, but I like their soup and like I like dipping the bread in it. Like
Mm.
at this cheddar broccoli. But I need something else with it, like a sandwich, like a legit sandwich with it. Soup
Yeah.
is not a meal.
Yeah,
Okay.
like when I'm hungry, like I've never thought of like soup doesn't like fulfill my hunger. Like I've had like a sandwich, like a simple just 2 slices of bread with peanut butter on it. Like that's good enough for me, but soup is
I
never.
just had that for lunch or
Did you?
dinner. Yeah.
Was that a
soup is never
meal?
And a sandwich is a meal, yeah.
What?
So,
Was it a fulfilling meal? Not at all.
A Campbell's chunky tomato or Campbell's chunky chicken noodle soup isn't a meal. There's a ton more stuff in
Not
that
to me.
than a sandwich.
Not to me.
Hmm.
I get filled more with a sandwich than I do from any soup I've ever had.
What about like a
You
homemade?
must be not getting the right soups.
Oh,
Maybe
Sean-
not. But I've had enough that I'm not gonna want anymore.
I want
And
Sean
to
to
the point
make me
about the
soup.
bowl not being good because it'll burn your mouth. Don't people put soup in thermoses and just drink it on hot days or cold days? Definitely not hot days, but on cold days.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So
Whoa.
wouldn't that be the same thing?
That's
I'm
crazy.
assuming it's probably cooled down enough by then. But when I make
The
soup,
thermos
I'm
is
ready.
not supposed to.
There's still convection heat taken off
Nope.
from a thermos. Okay.
I,
Go put hot water in your bottle for work and go drink it 10 minutes after you made
That's
it.
not a
Bet you
thermos. That's a
It's,
canteen.
it's insulated like a thermos. Same fucking thing.
I made soup recently.
Ew.
Whoa.
I
Love
made
it.
homemade. What did I make? I made homemade French onion soup.
Nice.
I'm not allowed to
Shit.
have French onion soup.
I enjoy the flavor. Well, you also don't like it because you tried it on that cruise ship.
Every time I eat French onion soup, I burn my mouth, but it's so good.
I like the flavor of it. I still don't like soup. I honestly, I'll buy the French onion packets and mix it in with ground beef and then make burgers. They're onion burgers,
Ooh,
really fucking
nice.
tasty.
Which that's
That was
really
gross. Fuck onions.
Love onions.
I will say the best soup that I remember
now that's
having-
uncalled for.
fuck onions.
Jesus.
I
Yeah.
love onions.
What's wrong with
Gross.
onions?
Gross.
I get if there's something
We're
with onions on
establishing that
it,
I'm very picky. I understand that.
I am
What-
too, but onions are still at least good.
What's the opposite of killed?
Alive?
yeah, living. I don't know.
Like as
Birth?
as a verb. Lived.
Birth.
Onions
am I
live
being
my
threatened right
parents.
now?
I will fight for them. I don't know. I'm
I
tired.
get ac-
I hate
Sub
hate
Delicious
onions.
knows how to do extra onions. They
Ugh.
pile those fuckers on.
Mhm.
I had
Gross.
made hot dogs recently, and that's all I'll put on my hot dog. Just a hot dog with just onions.
Ooh.
I might do like a
So-
light layer. God damn.
He's
Or like-
tangled in my cord.
Uh-oh.
We're good.
Yeah, so how's the new dog?
Pissing and shitting everywhere. But he's cool.
Sorry, I'm
Smells
blurry. I don't-
Yeah, I hate
Library.
onions. Like if
You're-
I hate onions to the point where if you order a pizza and you get half onions, half without, I won't eat the pizza at all.
See, I won't get onions on a pizza. I don't like
'Cause
veggies
either.
on pizza.
The onions will travel in the sauce. And I've proven it many times.
Maybe you're allergic or something. Does it taste like? Does it hurt your mouth or something?
I just hate it. It's gross.
I'm a,
You ever just bite into an onion?
No.
Yeah, I've done that before.
All right,
That's a
Shrek.
bit much.
It-
What
it
kind of
like a-
onion though? That makes a big difference.
The white onion.
Okay, that's a bit much. If it's
Yeah.
like one of those red onions, it might be okay.
I can do like 2 bites and
Radishes.
then I can feel it in my stomach and I'm like, I cannot do this.
Do you start crying too?
No, I
Eat
do when I
like an
chop
a-
onions.
So let me get this straight. You eat an onion until you basically can't eat an onion anymore.
Yeah, which is like 2 bites.
Yeah.
And it's just because my stomach, like you could feel it in your stomach, like the acid and all
That's a
that.
dangerous game.
Yeah.
Next time you're cutting onions, Ricky, don't cut off the one end with the roots and you won't cry.
Yeah, you have to chop it up the other way. Yeah.
I hate working at Reed's. Like my hands would smell like onions for days.
Mhm.
Oh, if you hate onions, that sucks. Ooh.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
know.
Onions and grease.
God.
That would be like,
Cool.
I gotta chop onions all day, but at least I get to smell onions. But yeah. What about garlic?
Love
love it.
garlic.
Garlic is amazing.
I actually
Smell
had
Like cloves of garlic.
garlic
I don't-
onion pistachios. They're
Holy
very
crap.
good.
I can
Yeah.
eat cloves of garlic, but like I can eat like garlic flavored things, or like I just had twisties from Malinaro's. They have garlic on them and stuff like that.
Mhm. Take the cloves out of the cloves out of the paper or the wrapping. Put them on a baking sheet, cover it with extra virgin olive oil, bake them, smash them up, spread it on bread. Ooh, delicious.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't mind garlic, but I could not eat garlic cloves. Like
Ah.
just
Yeah, I couldn't eat a raw piece of
popping
garlic.
them in like M&Ms.
Yeah,
That's what's like. I've tried the raw one, and yeah, it's like, it's not not
You just
hot,
eat,
but it's
eat everything raw.
Yeah, I know. Like
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
like
You gotta
put
try it.
something in front of Ricky's mouth, he's just gonna eat it.
Oh,
yeah,
I
sure,
get
if I
it.
haven't done it before. Just
Oh,
gotta
you
try
would.
it.
Rick's been playing Skyrim, and in Skyrim, if you catch something like a butterfly or a
Oh yeah,
flower,
you do.
you eat it,
I
and
ate
then
3
you learn a little
butterflies
bit.
today.
Yeah, you just eat a butterfly and you learn a
Um,
little bit about it.
Yeah, but like a garlic clove by itself is like it's not like it has like that sharp bite to it. Like it's like hot sauce will bite your tongue, but it's not hot, obviously, but it's still got that bite to it. But that's why I've never understood like when you bake it and then you just smear multiple cloves on a piece of bread. How does that not do it for you? But
Right.
pooch.
Hi,
You haven't-
puppy.
Oh,
Bye, puppy.
camera shy.
Mhm.
Peeling garlic, I think, is the most annoying thing on the planet.
Right.
Can I
There's
dox
so
your
many different
dog?
layers.
I've tried you put it in a mason jar and shake it real hard. Like that works, but it's it's tiring.
Can I
Right.
leak the dog's name?
Just smash it with your hand.
Sure.
We probably already said it, but by Habanero, I think that's a great dog name. Habanero.
Habanero. It was from the litter. It was like a pepper. So it was like peppercini. There's habanero. That like so on and so forth. I don't think
Bells.
there was a green pepper or red pepper like that.
Bell.
But
It's kinda
I forget
some-
what the other ones were.
Mhm.
Maybe
Bell.
Bell. Actually, I think Bell was one of them.
Yeah, there you go.
Those are your green and your red and your yellow peppers.
Mhm.
Jalapeno.
Jalapeno. That was probably one of them.
And
You
it's
get a Chihuahua, name it jalapeno.
Habanero, as Tanner says, Alfredo, because that's the same thing.
They go together well, though. I would eat a Alfredo habanero sauce.
Love Alfredo.
Yeah.
Me too.
I
I
love
did- Alfredo.
habanero flavored stuff too.
I had a tree named Alfred once. It didn't have an O though. It wasn't like a tree person or anything. It was just a tree we named Alfred.
They're fucking cool.
Kyle, I'm glad I came around in your life when I did, because I don't know what your life would end up being.
I don't know. Lots of naps. I love
Lots of
naps.
tree names.
Yeah. Trees are cool. I love trees.
This is Alfred. This is Bruce. That's
Mhm.
that's
Bruce
Dick
the
Grayson.
Spruce. Nice. And mushrooms. I brought up soup because I had a ramen with lots and lots of oyster mushrooms. And it was very, very delicious. I threw an egg in there too. It was good.
I miss oyster crackers. I'm about to get some oyster crackers just to pop in my mouth. Like those, I could eat a whole bag of just by itself.
Yeah, they're pretty easy.
Yeah. Or just get a time. Ooh.
A box of
Saltines.
saltine crackers.
I forget.
Yeah, saltines are just
Rachel was
oyster
pregnant-
crackers in a different shape.
They're
Yep.
just bigger, yeah.
Yeah.
When Rachel was pregnant, I probably ate more of the saltines than she did.
My dad makes an awesome oyster cracker on the holidays. He puts a bunch of seasonings on them and he bakes them in the oven. Oh my god, they're so good.
Nice. That's cool. It's like Doritos,
Speaking of,
but with oyster crackers instead.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I had smoked cream cheese over the summer.
Did you?
That shit was delicious.
Nice.
You just dip like a cracker in it, like it was like a cheese dip, but
Yeah,
it was
it's a
just
dip.
cream cheese on it through the smoker.
Yep.
Oh,
So
shit.
fucking good. It was
Yeah.
so good.
Wow.
It
I
was
bet
in
you that is good.
my cousin's Bluetooth smoker.
Bluetooth.
Yeah, he
Traeger.
controlled it. He turned it on from his phone. All that stuff. Like it was just like
That's awesome.
he can adjust the temperatures, all that shit.
The Internet of Things.
Mhm.
He's got a smart house, and if you can hack into it, you can cook his food for him and stuff.
Yeah, I mean it was a good smoker. He did a lot of stuff on the smoker too. It was all delicious. Brisket, delicious.
Oh,
Yep.
Those
I
are
love
cool.
smokers.
Mhm.
What happens if you put a bowl of soup in a smoker?
You smoking soup and probably the bowl. You have to be careful.
I would never put garbage in my smoker.
I never gave my opinion about soup. I like soup. I'm pro soup. Actually, no, I take that back. Soup has to have interesting texture, otherwise I don't like it. It gets too soggy sometimes.
Looks like a tentacle is
to
behind
Rick's
you.
question before we restart recording: is chili soup?
No,
What?
Sure.
Why isn't it soup?
'cause why would it be
Let's-
soup?
Let's
First
hear
off,
your
you have-
reasoning.
You have those weirdos that put tons of liquid in it for I don't know why. My chili does not have liquid in it. Like it's basically it's meat and beans and it's like lightly covered in tomato sauce with cheese and shit. Honestly, my chili is thick enough that I actually like to take it and put it on fucking tortilla and make a big ass chili burrito.
So say your chili doesn't sound like chili.
Yeah.
No, exactly.
It just
proper
looks.
chili.
It just sounds like you're like seasoning and preparing meat differently.
Chili. Proper chili.
Not chili. If you need like a knife and fork to eat your chili,
You don't
it's
need a knife and
probably-
fork. You can use a spoon.
Thank you.
It just
That's
licked
my
its
beer.
butt bowl and then licked your face.
I sure hope so. It's the most action I've gotten in a while. Yes, dear.
And chili is for dinner tomorrow.
Chili's for dinner tomorrow. Is it soup? Do you consider it soup family?
No, but we are having soup this week, so.
There we go.
You're having soup this week. I'm ordering.
I'm looking up pictures of chili and I'm seeing it both ways.
I can't hear. I have my headphones on.
Chili's not soup.
I'm seeing just ground beef like you described, Rick, but a lot of them have broth in it, and it's like
It's
Besides
not
from-
broth,
Besides from Ricky's
It's not as
chili that he
frothy
puts
as
in a
soup.
burrito,
but yeah.
if you have to put it in a bowl and it's hot, that's soup.
Is oatmeal soup?
No.
No, that's
I'm not asking you.
you know, yeah.
I know
Oatmeal's-
there's a mute button on here. Is there one in real life too?
It's not. Oatmeal's not soup. But I mean, you can put spaghetti is hot in a bowl.
Ooh.
That's not soup.
You could put anything in a bowl, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
My
I
dick
think
in a
of
bowl.
consistency with liquid. Oatmeal really doesn't have a lot of liquid because it's soaked it all up.
Yeah, that's what I do.
If your thumb gets chopped off by a lightsaber and there's some blood in the bowl and it's hot, is that a soup?
If your thumb gets chopped off with a lightsaber, there shouldn't be any blood because it would cauterize.
Oh yeah. Damn it.
If it was enough to fill the bowl up to the top, yes.
So you
Fire
add in
soup.
blood from another source.
Oh.
Hmm.
You never
I
had
don't know.
cold soup. Is there not a cold soup?
There is, but
So then
Most of the
cereal
times-
would be classified as a soup
Whoa.
because it's in a bowl. There's liquid, and then there's cereal.
What about hot chocolate? Is that soup? You can drink it in a bowl.
With marshmallows, it's kind of like a soup.
if you have to use a utensil, sure.
But you don't always proven you don't always have to use utensils to eat or drink soup.
No, but it's easier.
Not with tomato soup. It's easier to drink it. Which I will say, my favorite tomato soup was the one in school. I loved their tomato soup. I don't know why. And then I had
I
it like at
remember
home,
can.
like Campbell's, and I hated the one, like legit or whatever.
Your favorite is the lowest of the lowest quality
Yes!
soup ever created.
Yep.
That's it. See, now this Jake should just take a school tour on soup days. Like, oh yeah, soup is good. Just trying all the school soups.
Compare school soups.
What's your favorite soup, Kyle? Since these other guys
Ramen.
don't like soup.
Probably. Oh. If
Ramen
ramen
soup?
counts, then definitely ramen. Love ramen. We get like exotic ramens. You can buy them online easily. There's
Cost like $1.
huh? Yeah, actually, $1 or $2, something like that. Shin ramen's good. It's spicy, but it's good. Then there's like this brand in South Korea we've been ordering from that has like a bunch of different flavors. Like there's carbonara ramen, cheesy ramen, curry ramen. This is very good. It's noodles and broth, and it's delicious.
They used to have their own restaurants. The one time I was at, it was closed, but all the signage was still up. And we were walking around Philadelphia, and there was a closed one. I forgot it was the Munchin brand, whatever the hell they're called. They had their own restaurant there at one point.
Who? What?
I think it's Munchin is the ramen
Yeah,
brand.
the other
Okay.
ramen.
Yeah.
Who?
You-
What? Can you repeat just everything you just said?
Yeah, I mean,
wasn't
honestly, I was
listening.
telling that story for
Where
Kyle.
am I?
I know.
Who are you guys?
Put my beer here.
Anyways,
My favorite is Panera's cheddar broccoli. I love
need
it
water.
with
I'll be
dipping
back.
the bread in.
It's like an elf. He just walked
Right.
into a tree.
No.
Went to go get he went to go get psychedelic on those mushrooms behind him.
Blurry as hell.
These
The
are like
fuck,
oyster
huh?
mushrooms.
This is what
Yeah.
he sees.
There we go. I don't know. All right. Do we want to shift?
No, I didn't get to tell my favorite soup, but fuck
Yeah.
you. Go
Holy
ahead.
crap! I
Fuck
thought it was
you.
that Campbell's Chunky. All right. What's your
Well,
favorite soup, Sean?
there's tons of different flavors, but they make a loaded baked potato one. It's fucking phenomenal.
Ooh.
Is that Squan
Bacon.
Barkley's mom that makes it for you?
Yep.
Wasn't she the ones in the commercials?
Is clam chowder soup?
Yes.
New England clam chowder. Is
Red
that
or
the red
white?
or the white?
Yeah.
Never remember that one.
White?
New England's white. My family used to make a chowder. It was kind of cool. They'd get a big old bucket, fill it with a bunch of ingredients, and they'd always have somebody stirring it. And it would be like a potluck too. Everyone would bring a dish, and we would have a giant family party, play volleyball and stuff.
So
So it was a
I
whole soup party.
realized why I'm anti-soup. It's because I don't want to advocate for shark fin soup. I want to keep the sharks
Ooh.
alive.
Shark fin soup is a no-no.
Huge no-no. So I just say no to soup altogether for the sharks.
Okay. They make human steak, so I just say no to steak.
I was in a car with him earlier.
And we didn't crash.
Yeah, you would have killed me for fucking steak.
No, I don't eat human. That's I'm
This
saying.
one,
you should-
and it looks delicious.
It makes you shake.
no.
If Kyle ever just starts shaking, you know he's eating people.
Yeah.
Yep.
Really?
There's a chemical inside of us that fucks with your brain. I believe that's how it works. And so if cannibals they just like lightly shake.
Yep. Jeffrey Dahmer did.
Like this? I'm a cannibal.
I don't think so.
More like a tremor, but sure.
Oh, okay. I don't know how to do that. So I guess I'm not a cannibal.
Google Michael J. Fox, and see how he shakes.
Fox is a cannibal? Oh, poor
Oh my
Kenny.
god. That's so rude. Oh my god.
Marty,
We-
you're a cannibal?
So I went to
Yeah,
the future to kill people. Came back.
We've
and
worked with the
didn't change
cannibal
time.
then.
Oh,
Kenny.
Yeah.
imagine if that was why
Kenny,
you
you know, the old guy does a lot of overtime, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, he
Yeah.
shakes. Oh, yeah, him.
That would be crazy. Yeah, if he's all fucked up because he eats people.
I'll ask him.
Oh, God.
Kenny, what do people taste like?
He gets all like,
Remember-
what do you mean?
Remember
Oh,
a news
yeah.
story a few
Like
a
dark
long
meat?
time ago now where somebody was on Craigslist and they're like, I want you to kill me and eat me. And that was he was gonna
What?
pay somebody to do that.
That's pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah. I think it's probably against their terms of service though.
Do people have dark meat?
I don't know.
What is dark meat?
I don't know. Like, I mean, yeah, and like in a turkey, there's dark meat. Is
And
there dark
salmon.
meat on? Is there dark meat in salmon?
Near the fins sometimes.
Do you guys like the dark meat of turkey?
Oh
No,
yeah.
I like white meat.
I like.
I
all
really
meat.
like
Yeah.
turkey.
No,
Yeah, I'm not a guy either. Like for Thanksgiving, I'm about ham.
Yeah, same here.
I love
I'm
turkey.
if this Google search is what gets me on the FBI list, then so be it.
Do humans have dark meat? Is that what you're Googling?
Yeah,
Dark meat.
I've
satanic
Googled some
temple,
messed
poor
up
people.
things.
You're probably already on there.
Maybe I could only
If
hope.
you're-
That Jake's on a watch list, or that there's human dark meat?
Oh, I have to
Both.
be on a watch list.
Right?
Maybe.
In raw form, human meat looks like beef, but slightly less red with a pale yellow fat. When roasted, the meat turned grayish as would lamb or veal and smelled like cooked beef.
Nice. I wonder what we taste like.
Chicken, probably.
Let's see, like I like meat. Like I don't season meat. Like I like how chicken tastes, and I like how like just beef, like a burger. Like I like how an unseasoned burger tastes. Like I'm fine with that. So I wonder what people taste like.
I love seasoning.
Yep, same here. Always
That's
season
what-
my steaks.
I would eat oyster crackers with seasoning, but I don't think I'd eat an unseasoned human. So therefore, I don't know what my point is. Alright. Oh man.
Yep, I always season. Burgers not so much unless I'm cooking them on the grill. I have this burger rub.
I was going down a rabbit hole of cannibalism that I probably didn't want to go down. So,
Did it say anything good?
Did they convince you?
I mean, like the title of the one thread was "Do humans have white meat and dark meat like poultry?" And then it was about like dark meat usually comes from the muscles that are used a lot. And then somehow it turned into why are swordfish meat white but salmon's red? And then like it was just like this weird transition of crap.
Different colored meats. That's the whole thing.
I love swordfish. You ever have
What do you-
swordfish steak?
No,
That's tasty, and that's cheap for fish. That's cheap. You get a
Nice.
slight like steak like this goddamn big. You can't see it. It's fucking huge. And it's like $7. Cheap as
Not
hell.
bad.
Yeah.
No, I've only dabbled with seafood a little bit, and I really haven't found anything that I like.
No. I love
I don't
seafood.
mind. Perch is pretty good.
Never had that.
I like a good fish fry and sushi, but that's I don't know. You don't like
It's like-
sushi?
It's got to be shrimp, and it's got to be like
Okay.
cooked.
Love
Like,
salmon. You ever have
fried.
lox? Probably not. I don't know if any will. Maybe Kyle. Kyle probably was having.
Is that like smoked salmon?
It could be smoked, but usually, yeah, it's just raw salmon on a sandwich. I've had
Okay.
it. It was on a bagel with garlic cream cheese. Fucking good. It's just big hunks of raw salmon. Just eat it.
Wow.
Bagel.
They do smoke it. The best salmon seafood, the seafood overall I've ever had was smoked salmon at this restaurant. It was at the Portofino Bay Hotel in Orlando. Fucking stellar salmon there. That was the best fish I've ever had in my entire life.
Mm. Mm. I should try more salmon. I like salmon. It's good. Raw salmon, cooked salmon, smoked salmon.
I always wanted to try like a tuna steak. I've never had that before.
I've never
Telling
had I've had raw tuna in sushi. I've never had like a tuna steak. I've had a swordfish steak. I've had, what did I just have recently?
You're telling me you can tune a steak?
Ha 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 ha.
Yep.
There's
Alright.
there's something else. I had a goofy steak, a piece of steak or something. Yeah. Oh, well.
Rick's had a lot of food. I'm jealous.
That's why I look the
Seafood.
way I do.
Ugh.
I like tuna in sushi. Oh, that's not what I meant. Just like
He
interesting
was so
kinds of
quick to
food.
that.
Oh man, I can't.
What?
I can't. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. I love seafood though. I will say, like, if you do like seafood, like obviously Florida's super easy for seafood, especially because they have like, I mean, they have both sides. Like the Gulf is different from the Atlantic Ocean, so like you'll get different shit depending on what side you're on, which is pretty cool.
Okay.
So
Nice.
You guys fish? Oh, sorry, Sean. What were you saying?
No, it just said nice.
Okay. Do you guys fish?
I haven't. I would.
I want to get back into fishing, honestly.
Yeah,
Like I did enjoy it, but I haven't gone since I was like probably 15, 16.
Yeah, it's been a long
And
time.
I was never even taught how to take a fish off a hook. That's how like sporadic it would be for me to go because like, I just never was taught. But I would love to go. It's relaxing to me.
Yeah, I would like it, but I don't like the fact, like, especially in New York, it was always like, you catch and release. And I never, like, if I want to go fishing, like, I'm gonna take that bastard home and cook it. Like, so if I can't do that, I don't really feel like
That's-
spending the time just sitting there. I'll just sit by the water. rather than fish.
My dad goes once a year up to Canada, and that's what they do. They'll fish. They'll bring food up for meals, especially if in case they don't catch anything. But
Yeah.
That's good.
at least once during their week-long trip, they'll cook what they catch.
Yeah.
Pretty
I know
cool.
we've talked about it briefly like once, but I would love to go fucking deep sea fishing.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
that'd be cool.
Deep sea fishing, get some big shit. Yeah. Even off of especially up in the Northeast there, the father-in-law does a
Maine.
lot of lobster diving. They'll go right down to the water, pick up whole fucking lobster. They have to be a certain size too. If they're too small, you got to throw them back because they got to grow. But yeah, they'll go down and pick up big ass motherfucking lobsters off the bottom of the ocean.
That's
I
what
might
that's
know
what fish too.
I might know somebody that does charters out in Hawaii.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm
Go catch some.
not close to them at all, but technically
Well,
they're
they're in
families.
Hawaii. Of course, you're not close to them.
I'm pretty sure that's what he's doing now, but I'm not 100% sure.
I mean, we all do know a charter captain. Well, you and Kyle do.
In the lake, yeah. So it's like kind of defeats the purpose for what we want. We want to go deep sea, not deep lake.
yeah, we should do.
Yeah, but still,
next
that's
year-
good. That's good fishing out there. Walleye. That's a good
Walleye.
fight.
Wow.
I want like big old tunas and swordfish and shit like that. I want
Oh,
to
yeah.
get impaled by a marlin.
Well, I'd say we did that first because if we can't tolerate that, I'm sure we're not going to be able to tolerate the ocean.
You ever seen an Atlantic marlin? Or is it the
I will
Atlantic
see
marlin?
one in Kyle's chest.
Like they are beautiful. That is a
Rude.
stunning color blue that they are. But like
Yeah. Vibrant blue.
Vegas next year, 2024 should be deep sea fishing.
I thought 2024 was going to be Oktoberfest.
Oh, yeah. Is it? Are we doing that? We can do that. I
We
mean,
say it every year.
well, go
Literally, I might be able to. I could sign up to go next year. No, this year. With work,
Sign up to
they're
go?
sending people out to Germany for training during Oktoberfest.
Oh no shit.
What are they
Okay.
training in Germany?
I don't know if I really want to get into it on a public forum, but I'll let you guys know.
Germany has a lot of engineering and stuff, so there could be some cool stuff. They
It's
also
the
do
new
cars.
thing that's going in the building that's being put back together. And
Okay.
I'm trying to give you a vague answer.
Is it a
But
giant
yeah, they're
robot
being
dog?
sent. A lot of people are being sent over there for training purposes.
Oh,
It's a
shit.
giant robot dog.
Like team leaders and all.
No robot dogs,
and
Kyle.
I love
How
those videos of the robot dogs, though.
Oh, the Boston Dynamics
Fuck you,
dog.
Jerry, for keeping the door closed.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna you're gonna be the first one I kill when I turn on you humans. But yeah, they're all being sent over there for training. I
How
could
long?
have signed up, but my attendance is probably with my FMLA. I would
Yeah.
probably eliminate me from being in the running.
How-
How long? I think like a month.
Damn.
Yeah, a few weeks at least, because they need to be fully trained, and I'll basically once the machines hit the ground, that crap needs to get calibrated real quick and get running.
Otherwise, they're gonna
because-
pee everywhere because they're robot dogs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
I
fuck
went-
me then.
I went fishing last year on my birthday. There's tons of good lakes around here.
Is there-
Yeah, but
Go
we
get
catch
beer.
a lot of white bass and a lot of crappie, but they got to be a certain length for you to keep them. So
Did you keep any?
nope, nothing was big enough to keep.
Damn.
Unfortunately. But my buddy that I went with it had all the shit ready to go for us to go back and deep fry them and everything too. I mean, there was a couple that were close, but if a game warden would have stopped us, it would have been close to a $200 to $500 fine. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to risk that over a half an inch,
Yeah.
Just go to the restaurant and eat one.
right?
Yeah. Just pretend you did it.
Mhm.
I think I mentioned I went to like Put-in Bay for camping. Crazy place. Lots of people driving around in golf carts and stuff, but they catch this fish in Lake Erie. It might be walleye. I'm not sure. But my future brother-in-law, we'll call him, is super into fishing, and he caught a bunch, and he brought it to this restaurant, and they fried them up for us. It was really cool.
No shit, that's
cool.
neat.
It was
They do
really
that at a
cool.
lot of resorts. Like I remember our friend Doug, he was down in Aruba for his wedding and he went deep sea fishing and they brought it back and they cooked it right at the resort and they served it to him
Yes.
on his
That's so
I
cool.
don't I don't think it was his wedding day, but either way, like it was during that stay. They cooked
Oh,
it
shit.
up for him.
That's
Mhm.
cool.
That's neat.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a cool thing. It's
Mhm.
cool if you catch something.
Right.
Yeah, but you gotta. I feel like fishing is understanding failure is a part of the process.
That's why they call it fishing and not catching.
Hey,
That's why they call it gambling, not winning.
ooh, I hate
Bless.
gambling.
I love gambling.
Me too.
You like
Um,
winning?
I do like winning. I like winning more than I like gambling.
Yeah,
But I gotta
Amen to
gamble
that.
to win.
that's true.
Gotta be in it to win it.
Hmm.
And then other cliches I can't think of.
A stitch in time, save 9.
Don't trust a fart.
I was gonna.
That's one of my favorite stories. about balls.
Oh, guess who just changed their underwear?
There's an old guy named Balls.
You know
You-
him.
That
you say you do
he's
too,
the one that
Kyle.
died.
I know. Is there a story behind him named Balls? Or is that just his parents named
Yeah, he
him
used
Balls?
to. Wasn't he used to
No,
grab his balls, or he used to get? He got hit with
No,
balls or
it was
something?
just like somebody's like, oh, we should come up with a nickname for him. And I just like yelled balls, and he turned around and looked. I was like, all right, there it is. Like,
Oh my god,
That's
the poor
awesome.
guy.
I mean, I don't see him enough for the name. Like that name only really is stuck with us.
Hmm.
I don't think
He's in-
anybody else is really
He's in my
Awesome.
phone as balls.
perfect. And I think that's what he was on. I don't know if I still have his number, but
Yeah.
he was in my phone as that.
Mhm.
All right. So Kyle, what did you
Yep.
do this morning?
I woke up way
Jerked
too
off.
early for a Sunday. And uh, jerky, beef jerky.
In my car.
And Jake was like, "Hey, you're coming with me," and he took me to some bar. I was pointing at the camera, you couldn't see. And then we went to a bar at 9 a.m, which is really early for me lately. I've been a bit sleeping in lately. And then we went to a bar and got drunk watching F1. My first ever F1 race.
Nice. Is there a lot of people there?
Like 20. I don't know. Would you say there's like 20?
20
There's
is
one-
what I said to Rachel. Yeah. I would not say we got drunk. I
Yeah,
had 2 drinks. You had 1.
I got a little tipsy.
Yes, you did. They have a hydration station.
I love the
Water
hydration
station.
station.
Dude, he
It's
was
like a pit stop for humans.
Yeah, he was so stoked.
Uh,
So it was Kyle and I, 2 guys who played hockey with, and then one of their friends who we just met.
thank you for
Garrett.
actually telling the story.
And the one friend of ours, I should say, sorry, that we played hockey with, he's been trying to get me out there for weeks and weeks and weeks, and it's always been I'm out of town, blah, whatever the reason is. And then they went on their little month-long season break. So this time they were out, and I was like, all right, like I'm gonna make sure I get out there. And then I made sure I dragged Kyle out because he needs to see people, he needs to socialize.
Yeah, I'm like a
Um,
dog.
Yeah,
Like a
you
robot dog.
are. You pee everywhere.
Yep, I'm not telling.
And, so we got out there. Breyer Brothers, shout out to them for anybody that's listening, which is only like 3 people. They're the ones that do the races like every week. Even the one in Japan that's at 1 a.m. out here, they'll be doing it out there as well.
Oh shit.
Next race, Singapore, I believe it is, at 8 a.m. out here. They'll be putting it on out there as well. Like,
Mhm.
so they're like, today was 20. I guess last week there was a bunch of people. Like the bar was packed.
Oh,
It's a
really?
nice
Oh,
little
shit.
bar. It's in like a little. It's not the silos that you guys know of, like by the arena, but it's in like these other weird silos that are like really off the beaten path. Like we're driving to it, we're like, but Boarded up windows, boarded up doors. We're gonna get shot. All right, like
Go towards the giant smokestack and you're fine.
yeah. But no, place is cool. The owner slash bartender, he was really cool. Like he understood that we were new. Like he could tell, like I had the familiar faces, unfamiliar faces. So like you spin a wheel and like each peg's like a different number and each number is like connected to different things. Like Kyle got 4 that was connected to Dan and Ricardo finishing top 5. If he finished top 5, Kyle gets a free drink.
Oh shit.
It's stipulations like that.
Significant in the race too.
Yes, he did. Like for me, it was that one driver filling in for Williams, DeVries or whatever.
Yeah.
If he got points, I got a free drink. So I got a free drink today because of it. You can pick any drink, and it's not like you get like a little shot of the drink. You get like a full size drink. So like when I was up there cashing in my free drink, he's just like, "Oh, how'd you guys like it for the first time coming out here?" And like he understood, like he could tell it was. He was a cool dude, very personal. They have like slices of pizza they serve too. They have breakfast pizza for the morning. So the race started at 9:00 today. The doors open at 8:30. It's a cool little place. Like
it's cool.
If I could go out every week for it, I would. Like it's a really cool place, and the people are real relaxed and chill and stuff like that. Like it's a cool place.
I figured anyone willing to go out to a bar at 9 a.m. is probably not super crazy rowdy. But
no, but you had your people with like the one guy had a McLaren jersey on, another guy had a Red Bull shirt on, like one of those like legit like the Christian Horner ones that he wears. So like I saw him in the parking lot walking out. I was like, "Oh, nice shirt, man." It's like, "You must be a Ferrari fan." He's like, "Oh yeah, of course." And it's like, okay, like I don't know if you understood I was joking or if he thinks I'm a freaking idiot now, but
that's cool though.
But it was. Yeah, it was really cool. We picked up some Timmys on the way in, and you could bring in your own Tim Hortons, like start the day.
They should give us money. We're shouting them out hardcore.
Yeah.
Oh, it's neat though.
But it's cool. Like it seems like it's a bar that's like kind of ahead of the trend that because F1 is a trending thing in the States.
Right.
So especially in Western New York because of guys like Daniel Ricciardo who like the Bills and make it known that he likes the Bills. So like it is kind of a trendy thing right now. So it is cool to see a bar kind of getting ahead of it.
Say it's a cool opportunity to help grow the sport.
Yeah, especially in an area that doesn't see it that often.
Right.
Or as often as it.
What's the closest track to us? Montreal.
Yeah.
Montreal, yeah. 6 hours. What do we say? Because we Googled it today. 5 hours? 6 hours?
It's almost
Something
6.
like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weather pending.
Gorgeous drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was cool. I like Kyle was worried. He's like, "Hey, these guys know I don't know anything about F1, right?" I was like, I barely know anything about F1.
They gave me a quiz right when I got in, and they're like, "You failed." No.
Yeah.
No, it was chill. My very small sampling of F1 fans they're very chill. I don't know how accurate that is amongst the larger base. But yeah, it was nice to have somebody to root for with Ricardo, but he kind of sucks. Now I kind of hate him a little bit. He ruined the end of the race there. If for those who don't know, he crashed in like the 5th to last lap, so they basically just rode the safety car to the end. So whatever position they happen to be in, like 5 laps before the end was just where they finished. So there was no climactic finish. It was just like Ricardo crashed. Okay, that's the end. But it was still very fun. It was cool. Learned a little bit. Their steering wheels are really cool. I want to get one for my car.
Found out a pretty neat
$110,000.
Yeah.
Found out a pretty neat thing about why Lewis Hamilton starts like this with his hand behind the wheel. He's got it behind the shifter, so he can't downshift. We'll have to start. Never knew that.
Fuck Lewis Hamilton.
They have shifters? I thought they were all automatic.
No, not at all.
No shifts.
Yeah, it's all manual.
I didn't know that. Cool.
You can see the gear on their steering wheel.
Okay.
If the steering wheel's got like a little
Do
rectangular.
you do that in the game? Do you shift up and down in the game?
You can.
Yeah, you can change it to that.
Okay. Yeah,
we talked about the F1 game a lot today, which I might get F1 22.
Mhm.
Sounds fun. Like talking about it, being in that environment, it's like, man, I kind of really want to play it.
Yeah. Yeah, we got squads. We got a couple other people who play it. If you guys, I don't know how many people you can have in your thingy.
You can do online seasons up to 20 people,
Whoa, crazy.
but like that's you create a car and that's like you can create what your car looks like and all that. But like there's an R&D section in your actual career mode where like you can work on your aerodynamics, you can work on your whatever.
I love
Where
it.
you don't have that in seasons, and that's what like we talked about today. It was like, okay, you can do 2-player, which is cool, but why is it limited to just 2 players?
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah,
They should
let-
have power-ups too, like bananas and stuff. That would be cool.
That's
No.
Mario Kart,
I spin out enough. I don't need it.
right?
Yeah.
I spin out on my own when nobody's near me.
Which the one guy we met, and it starts with an M. It's either Mark or Matt. I'm sorry if you're watching. Which you're probably not, but it's okay. I want to see Ricky race him. Like the way they were talking about him, it's like, okay, that's the stuff I deal with Ricky. Like you're constantly chasing him. And he's sorry, just I heard a baby crying. So it's like, okay, I want to see the two of them race each other and battle it out. And then me and my buddy would battle it out for 20th and 19th. It's a cool place though. If anybody's watching and likes F1, go to Breyer Brothers for a race. It's really cool out there. And you can get a
Nice.
free drink.
I
The
do
drinks
wanna
there,
thank you- Oh,
I had a sour. That was really good. I don't know why I've been on sour kicks lately. I had a sour and then I had a brown ale.
Mm.
Brown ale was cool. The brown ale was called Lando. Lando.
Oh, no
Norris.
shit.
And then the sour, it was like a pineapple something sour.
Ooh.
That was
Nice.
really good.
I had some kind of blonde ale. It was good. And hydration station. I got water. It was so good. Love
They had a
water.
barber in there.
Yeah. Very
Really?
strange.
Yeah.
Oh,
Smash
shit.
and go
Like
get a
not in the
haircut.
bar, but it shares like the building.
That's cool.
Could you imagine if they had like a bar with a tattoo parlor and they're like, get drunk, go get a tattoo?
They
You're allowed
would
to
say
get drunk.
you're not supposed to.
But
Maybe,
in Vegas, they don't care.
Hmm. There you go.
You, you bleed too much, and the ink
Okay.
wouldn't stick.
That's why I like to say, was it ibuprofen, not take ibuprofen?
Wow. That's
I
interesting.
got. There was only one time I got a tattoo. It was my Rise Against tattoo that I walked in the shop, and they're having me fill out the thing, and it was like, I forgot. Did you drink today? And it didn't say how many. But I was like, I'll be proper, and I hit yes on it on a little checkbox. And the guy asked me, he's like, how many do you have? I forgot how many I had, but obviously I drove. It was Cowpoke on Main Street in Williamsville, so I drove from Lockport to there because they had walk-ins available.
You didn't drive under the influence though, right? That would be
I mean,
It's
not
over.
enough under the influence. So I guess like I would have blown fine, but the
Mm.
guy that did my tattoo he was bald and he just came from getting a gigantic flower on his head.
whoa.
And he asked me how many I had. I was like, I forgot what I said, but I said whatever I had. And I said, is that fine? And he goes, well, not if you care if I've had one because I just got this done. So I was like,
People
"Nah,
that
that's
get
good."
tattoos on their head or face or whatever, I don't fuck with those people.
Like it was a gigantic flower. Like it was fucking huge. And he said it was terrible pain. He got it all like it was intricate, and he's like, I got it all done now. He's like, because
Jesus.
the guy wanted to do 2, and he's like, no. He's like, you're doing this. I'm not coming back. He's like, we're getting this done and we're finishing it now. So
Oh my.
God,
yeah,
I can't imagine doing the head.
no, fuck that shit. I
No,
want to
thank
get.
you.
I want to get. I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking about it a little bit. Obviously, I think about it more when I'm intoxicated. But just something real tiny, like right here on my neck, like something real tiny.
Like what?
I don't know. I haven't thought of it yet. but just something tiny, like like tiny, not something that's gonna be crazy, but something
Little
tiny.
drafts are associated with
Maybe.
necks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's gonna be professor.
yeah, he is Dr. Noodle Man.
That's okay.
Dr. Noodle, man.
I forgot to. I don't think I've ever said this on the podcast. I want to get a tattoo that says "Lorem Ipsum."
I
I
feel
don't-
like
What's
I've
that?
heard this before, and I don't know why.
Okay, it's not that exciting, but I've for so long have not been able to decide on a tattoo. And there's a common Latin phrase, "Lorem Ipsum," and then there's a whole paragraph in Latin, and it's used as a placeholder. So if you're designing a website, for example, you put "Lorem Ipsum" there to see what it's going to look like with that font. So I just want a placeholder tattoo until I decide what I actually want for a tattoo.
I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty cool.
I like
That's
that
actually a
idea.
good idea.
Yeah,
Just
like
don't-
that's
don't-
pretty neat.
Yeah, don't get it done in Vegas because they'll charge you $400 to get it done in
I know.
Buffalo.
But no, his fiance did like a portrait tattoo in Vegas. That
Yeah.
was fairly priced,
Yeah.
if I remember correctly.
Really?
You gotta know the people though. They found him
Yeah.
on Instagram or something, I think.
Okay.
And
Get a place
talk to
for
him and stuff.
me to want to do that. I mean, I can't throw.
You don't
Your
want a
hockey
place that'll
one.
do walk-ins.
Yeah,
probably.
hiking one that was like 400 or 500. He's telling me I did out
Yeah.
here for $100 after tip.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was prices Vegas compared to Buffalo are completely different.
Mhm.
All my tattoos have never been. I mean, I think I've paid maybe 150 was the most expensive I've ever had done. And it's like you go out to Vegas, you have $400. So
It
that was
depends. If you
that
want
was-
like a piece of art, like something that's gonna like impress and like it's gonna be on your body for at least a very, very long time,
yeah.
probably forever. So if you're like looking to like, I want something beautiful, you probably want to spend a bit.
Jake looks like he was just told he's only eating soup for the rest of his life.
They just had a commercial on the game. Wife came home. She's a Cowboys fan. The divorce papers are in the
Yeehaw!
works. Don't worry. It was a commercial about Avatar going back into theaters. Like,
Well, they're
why?
making a second one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
they're
making
making
another-
like 7 of them.
They already have them all. They have them
Titled.
all on IMDb. Yeah. And what I don't get, you know what? Fuck Avatar. The mean bad guy with the fucking giant robot dude at the end. The military dude that with
Yeah,
a
the
scar on
general.
his face. He's already in all of them. He's cast to be in all the next like 3. It's like so, but he had a giant
Spoilers.
arrow, a gigantic, stupid sized Avatar arrow shot through his chest on that planet, and he lived. That don't make no sense.
I guess he's got
Sci-fi.
plot armor.
But it's like,
It's all-
why? I get why. Honestly, I do. It's to make it so it's the number 1 grossing movie again. Because like
Yeah.
that's what that and Titanic and Endgame do to each other.
Yeah.
They just keep re-releasing, re-releasing. My dog's looking at me like I just had a stroke, but that's exactly what they're doing, dog. Like, and it's just annoying. Like the global phenomena. Yeah, in 2008. Like
They came out
nobody
that
Like a
long.
month.
fucking cares ago. Was it,
It was
2008?
alright.
Like
It was a
I
long
was
time ago.
with my first girlfriend when that was going on because sister's boyfriend was obsessed with it. And
Really?
he's like, "Oh, your name's Jake, like the guy from Avatar." Shut the
Oh,
fuck up.
That's horrendous.
That's
2009.
Did you hear? Did you hear the Colorado Mammoth shout out during the Bills game?
Mm-mm.
They were talking about what's his name, Stan Kroenke, because he owns the
Oh
Rams.
yeah, he owns all the teams. Yeah, he owns
Yeah.
the Avalanche. I heard the Avalanche. I didn't hear the Mammoth.
Yeah, they were
Oh,
like,
that's
oh,
cool.
he won 3 championships last year, and he was like the Rams and then the Avalanche and the Mammoth. Like, wow, they're recognizing lacrosse as a championship.
Speaking
cool.
of lacrosse, so they just had the semifinals in the PLL, the Premier Lacrosse League, which
Yeah, I
is on
saw that's
ESPN
on-
Plus, all that
yep.
stuff. I'm assuming the NLL does too, because I can't even remember seeing them making any comments. They ignore each other.
Yep.
Like it's funny where it's like we'll talk about Mr. Fantastic, Connor Fields. they're talking about him, and it's like, oh, he went to Albany School, and he played for the Chaos. He played for this MLL team, the Major Lacrosse League, that folded into the PLL. And it's like, yeah, he's also in the NLL, but they never make any kind of any of these players playing in the NLL.
Yeah.
And it's like they just ignore, even in the NLL, they ignore the fact that those other leagues exist. It's just like, it's really funny to me where, like, you look at the NHL, they still recognize that the KHL exists,
Right.
and it's just like they're going on at different times. So why can't you recognize that?
Yeah. Right.
Maybe
Which
I think-
shout out to the Chaos, which is basically the Buffalo Bandits 2.0, which has got like 6 Buffalo Bandit players on it.
where
Really?
are they at? What city are they in?
They aren't.
You know.
So with the
Oh
PLL,
yeah, they're like a
it's
weird.
just names. It's Archers, Chaos, Lumber, stuff like that. I can't remember all.
Dogs, water snakes, something.
Water Snakes. This is the episode of Rachel, apparently.
She can.
It's the league travels to different cities,
Ooh.
so they don't have like city affiliations. It's just they travel. So like if you got a ticket for a regular season game,
esports.
yeah. So like if it's a regular season game, you get a ticket for a day. You can go all the games. Your ticket's good for all the games.
Do they have
I
like
think-
a regular season or just tournaments?
I mean, no, they do it for tournaments. I say regular season because then you can see all the teams. Where if you're in the championship, your ticket's only good to see 2 teams because it's all that's left in the championship. But if you see the regular season, everybody's alive during regular season.
Cool.
I would
Very
assume
cool.
that they probably don't mention the NLL because like
Be right back.
I think it's more of a rival than the KHL. I mean, KHL doesn't really have NHL money and it doesn't have that, the history or the lore of it. But like you look at the NLL, like the NLL is still a struggling competition. They have what, 12 teams, 14 teams,
Something like that now.
So I mean, and they have
And the
Goop.
PLL, I think, it's got like 8 teams.
Yeah, it's like you have these 2 small competitions. The NLL is still not truly established because you have like, the Philadelphia Wings, who was the first team and the oldest team. They just folded and then came back for a year because they didn't have money, so they sat out a year and came back. So it's like I think that maybe that's probably why they don't mention it. I'm assuming that the NLL doesn't mention them at all.
It's just funny, like, so the Chaos, they have guys like Dane, not to go down this rabbit hole, but Dane Smith, Josh Byrne, Chris Cloutier, Chase Frazier, Max Adler, Ian McKay, like all those guys are Buffalo Bandits. Their record was like 3-8, but like all of those 3 wins came in the last 5 games because that's when those Buffalo Bandits joined the team because the NLL the Bandits were in the championship, so those players were contractually obligated to the Bandits, and they had to wait until the NLL season ended to join the PLL. And it's just like, it's funny where it's like, all right, they had the worst record going into the playoffs, but now that those guys are back in it, now they're like fucking juggernaut right now.
Yeah.
Connor Fields is on his freaking plane ride home to go cry to his fiance.
in Rochester.
In Vegas.
No, in my house. No.
Oh.
His fiance is my wife.
Whoa.
Oh, that's right.
Plot twist. And yeah, he's not in Vegas anymore. He was in Vegas. He was technically
He was in Vegas for
his
6 minutes.
contract has been in 4 different teams in the last 13 months.
Mm.
So who does he
San
play for
Diego.
now?
San Diego, Buffalo, then Vegas, now Rochester.
Oh, he plays for Rochester now?
Because the NLL, to Ricky's point, is such a great league that these guys have to have main 9-to-5 jobs pretty much. And basically, because of his job, he gave them a list of teams in the area that he can play for. And because he couldn't play for Vegas, like he couldn't like live out there and keep his job and live off that, he is like, I can only play for A, B, C, D, I think maybe even a 5th team. So then he was traded out to Rochester, which is in the general area. So you can make that commute.
I almost dropped my cat.
My cat's sleeping.
All right.
My cats are attacking each other out in the other room. Hopefully they
Fuck cats, man. I'm so done with them.
telling me.
I like my cats.
Should get a turtle. I haven't seen my turtle in 2 months.
It ran away.
No, because it's summertime, so naturally we have the AC on because it's 112 degrees every day outside here. So we turn the AC on, and then he's like, "Oh fuck, it's winter." It's cold. So then he digs himself down inside of his little habitat, and then when winter comes around, he'll come back out because then we got the heat on. So then he'll be like, "Oh, it's summertime now."
That works
That's
out.
cool.
Which, what pisses me off, because I was gonna become one of those weirdo people. He decided to hibernate the 2 days before in the mail I got myself a turtle leash. I was gonna take that stupid little fucker to the park, let him play in the
Aw.
water.
Be very
And no,
careful.
he goes into hibernation.
That's
So now
really
that
bad.
asshole.
I wouldn't put it-
Thing I've ever heard.
I wouldn't put him in water because he's not a turtle. He's a tortoise.
Well, no, I understand. I'm not gonna drop him in under his head. But like let him like chill in like the edge of
Put
the
him in a
water.
puddle.
Yeah, a little puddle. He's a little
Aw.
tortoise. I get.
That's so weird. Please take a video.
Oh, there's Ricky walking his turtle. Like,
Fuck
Or
yeah.
Ricky,
at least
Ricky, how
pictures.
many miles do you walk today? 0.06.
I was
got
out
to
for
the-
3 hours.
I got to
Yep.
the end of the driveway. It took 6 hours.
Yes, let him enjoy.
I
like,
got
the actual
sunburned
sun.
by walking 1/10 of a mile.
Yep, because the tortoise fucking pizza.
Oh,
Slow bastard.
that's
Yeah, got.
Fucking pizza.
Now he's hibernating though.
Mm. Can't take him out during the winter, can you either?
No, he won't like that at
He'll
all.
just
He'll die.
flooded.
Yeah,
Yeah. Huh.
going to shock, poor little fella.
Poor little fella.
Your winters
they
get
have
cold
to
there,
hibernate?
Ricky?
Yeah, winters here get stupid cold. We don't get snow. Like it barely snows, but we had 1 week last year where the wind chill was -20 the entire week.
Jesus.
7 days. Now, like I prefer that. I prefer the cold over the snow. I hate snow. Like I'll hang out.
That's
in the
cold.
day.
That's frigid.
Very cold. But yeah, that's it. And so I don't mind the winters. The summer.
That's
People
fucking
that are like one of my weird fascinations is the people that are in Antarctica, like for like research. Like I love watching the TikToks that include those guys. Like,
Right?
this is what it's like when this is what we do when it's this cold, and it's like that kind of stuff. Like always intrigues me.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
I love
I'll have to look that up.
we watch a lot of stuff on like Iceland. Iceland winters are crazy too. Like they get around by snowmobiles because all the roads would be just too snowed in and shit. It's awesome.
Yeah, that kind of stuff like is always even like the people that are like really up north in like Canada and Alaska, like they're
Yeah.
just like, oh, we don't get Amazon out here. Like we gotta drive 5 hours to get to an Amazon hub, and
Yeah.
like that kind of stuff is like, oh, that's like living in desertion, but in the cold is what it I guess is kind of what intrigues me.
Also, don't know how I could handle when it's that time of the year.
You
and
die,
it's-
Sean.
Well,
Okay,
not,
like,
I'm talking about that it being light out for months.
yeah, that
Uh,
would mess with
Vitamin
me.
D.
I had a coworker that just came back from a 2-week-long Alaska trip. Not a cruise, like they just trekked it like with cars and stuff like that and bus. It was 2 weeks. And I was like, did it mess with you? And she's like, yeah, like
Yeah.
it's 4 o'clock in the morning and it's still bright enough out to where you could do stuff. And you're just like, I need to sleep. But your body's like, no, sun's
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. Sun's out. Yeah.
Guns out,
I
guns out.
want to go to Alaska real bad. That's a bucket list.
Alaska's
location.
yeah. I think our 10-year anniversary we're talking about doing, which is in 5 years, is doing an Alaskan cruise. Like that stuff, we've seen so many videos where it's just like, and if you do a cruise, from what I've seen, get a balcony, because then it's like you're drinking your coffee and like you could see a whale come out
Yeah.
like right there, and like the cruises. It's not like the ocean where it's like all you see is the water. Like the cruises for Alaska is like you're going through channels, so like you see the shoreline, so you can see moose, you can see bear, you can see like
That's cool.
so much wildlife. Where it's like get a balcony so you can see it all.
That's cool.
Like that stuff looks so cool. You be driving, boating through a channel and you're next to a glacier. Like that's cool.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Seeing the Aurora Nights or like the Aurora Sky is on my bucket list. I want to see that.
Yeah,
The Northern Lights. Oh yeah.
Northern
They-
Lights, yeah.
I think they came within view, but it was cloudy that night where I live.
Yeah. And plus, then you get the light pollution out here too.
Oh
Yeah.
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 I haven't seen stars real well down here since I moved here. I had to
But
drive.
that's like the name of the team, the hockey team.
I have to
I-
give him credit that he knew that. Like,
I don't know if that's the one you're closest to.
I'm right in between three major cities.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah, I had to drive out to the country, like where all these ranches are, to actually see stars.
the Bunny Ranch.
That's in Vegas.
Let's go. Let's go to Vegas.
I'm good. I'm not going to that place.
All right.
Bummer.
It's like $1,000 to walk in the door.
I just want him to do the little UV thing on my dick.
What'd you just say?
What?
They check you for diseases, so they like the person that you're banging will put your dick under like this weird black light thing to check for things.
So you're telling me to find STDs, you just bring out a black light?
No, they're looking
not
for
all
like
of 'em.
specific things. Like, the one that's in your DNA they're not going to find, but like, creeper crawlers or like,
Gonorrhea, dick drip.
yeah, certain things like that.
Herpes.
They use these weird light. Like the person that you're going to bang is the one, she got, I don't know if she's wearing gloves or not for that. It'd be kind of funny, but that's who's doing like a little test under the light.
It's the old lady that checks you in.
I remember watching those like Skinemax of it at Sean's place.
Yeah.
I think HBO they'd
Yep.
have
Of like
Documentaries or
nurses
whatever the
checking
fuck it was.
penises with UV lights.
not that, but it was just the Bunny Ranch. It's like, oh, there's some boobies, Sean.
Woo!
Mhm.
We're 15.
Mhm.
Dude, I remember
Your
being
cousin's passed out. Let me fart in his face. True story.
Very true.
Oh my. Poor
It was always a competition on who was going to snore the loudest, him or Kyle.
Kyle was talking Russian in this league.
What else would like somebody just go over there and hold his nose? Like, fuck.
Wasn't there evidence that I'm a Russian spy or something? I can't remember. I don't think I am, but you never know.
Well, you used to always do the craziest thing in the morning when you would wake up. You'd be laying on your back, dead asleep, and you'd sit straight up and then lay back down. We'd be just like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah. I remember like the first time I had like a sleepover
I'm like the Undertaker.
at Kyle's or whatever. It scared the shit out of me. It made me question ever being friends with him.
You ever think about how you wake up though? Like they portray this a lot on TV. Like you'll be in a setting, but you don't really know where yet. Everything's a little blurry, and you look around and you gather information. And you're like, okay, I woke up. I'm luckily I'm in a bed. There's other people here. Is it morning? That kind of thing. It's crazy.
I don't have that.
It's like you're.
I wake up and my eyes are still closed, and it's just like, all right, do I wake up, or do I try to go back to sleep? Because I know as soon as I open my eyes, I wake
Yeah.
up.
I'm done.
But if I keep my eyes closed, I can go back to sleep.
Wow. Cool. Yeah. I wake up hard sometimes.
Yeah, you do. You go to sleep hard too.
I love
Yep.
I love sleep. So
When
good.
Kyle goes to sleep, he's out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've thrown so many fucking pillows at you.
What? What?
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god! Like you were snoring so loud, I couldn't fucking sleep. So like, all right, if I can't sleep, because he's one of those people. Not sound like a married couple, but like he's one of those people that falls asleep right away. He hits the bed, his head hits the pillow, he's out.
Out.
And
That's
I
what I
hate
do.
those people.
I
Oh
do
no,
it.
it takes me a long time to fall asleep.
Same here.
You're one of those people too. Don't look at me, Rachel. It pisses me off. Anytime I try touching you, you wake up like I'm raping you because I'm trying to.
Yep, that takes me a while to fall asleep too. Yep.
Huh?
Yeah.
Sorry, was I out long? I don't even.
Yeah, we'd be all hanging out and sleeping over, and we'd be in the middle of talking to you, and you'd put your head down, and we'd ask you a question or something, and you'd be out like that. Like, what the fuck?
I just get crap out of my cat behind me.
I saw that. Man. All right. I apologize.
Scared my cat, and I got my dog on the other side, and just freaked out too now.
Oh. I guess I can't sleep there.
Dude, there were times I thought you were dying, like legit.
Yeah.
Like it was just like you're loud snoring, and then nothing. And it's like, oh, this is it. He's dead. And then like, and like a couple minutes later, you're just like,
Man, I'll have to see if that still happens. That sounds dangerous.
Yeah.
yeah,
get
yeah,
one of
sleep
those.
apnea.
Go do a sleep study.
Yeah,
Let's go, Darth Vader.
that'd be cool. All right.
I see all these ads and commercials for like CPAP machines, and then I see the one where like they put this thing just in their nose. I'm like, yeah, there's no way in fuck I'm sleeping with that thing in my nose if I snore. I'm like, for one,
You
I'm
probably get used to it, I guess. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
but
just like, all right, like
It's
anything
a-
else you put in your body, like a catheter, for instance. It's not fun, but you get used to it. Like you're not signing up for it, but if you have to do it, you have to do it.
Yeah, I mean the CPAP isn't just to stop you from snoring; it's to stop you from dying.
yeah, I know, but there's like
Yeah.
this little like snorkel device that you put in your nose that helps you breathe or helps you stop snoring.
Yeah.
Or the like, I mean, I guess I can kind of understand like people that wear retainers, but they make this mouth guard that brings their chin forward and helps them keep their airway open. But like the thing in my nose, I'm like, I roll all over in my sleep. Like I'm probably gonna rip that thing out of my nose when I'm sleeping on my stomach. Like,
Mm-hmm. You sleep
Yeah,
Yeah.
I sleep on my
That's tough.
stomach.
You guys are like Superman. I
I
assume
sleep in
Superman
all different kinds of positions: stomach,
Whatever's-
side.
yeah, whatever's comfortable.
handstand.
I hate, and it's been happening a lot the last few nights. I sleep with my arm under the pillow, and I wake up, my arm is sore as fuck.
I get the dead arm to the point where I have
Yeah.
to use my other arm and pull it down. Yeah, I get that a
Yeah,
lot.
I've tried jerking off the other arm. It's hard.
It's not
I
fun.
think
yeah.
one of the worst feelings I ever had sleeping is two. I can name two. You ever fall asleep like on a couch or something where I've had it where my leg will be like hanging off the side of the bed, but it's not like down like my knees bent, like it's on its side. And then it hurts, like my knee hurts because my knee is bending on the side instead of, at the actual knee. That hurts like a motherfucker. Or if you ever wake up after you've moved around while sleeping and your ear was folded over.
Oh
Ooh,
yeah,
if
that's the
that
worst.
happened.
Having that like click after your ear slides back into place. Oh yeah, that freaks me
It's
out.
like mine'll hurt. Like I can feel the crease and it hurts like a motherfucker.
Oh god, that's horrible.
My worst feeling sleeping is when you get a leg cramp in the middle of the night.
Oh, that's
Yeah, I've had that too.
horrible.
Oh my god, it makes me want to cry.
Well, that's even worse. Like usually the best thing is to get up and try and walk it off. It's like now I'm fucking awake.
Yeah. No, I sit there and just want to kill myself.
Potassium helps prevent cramps.
Fuck you and your bananas, all right? Like we're not,
Not
going
just
down that
bananas.
road.
It's in a
Eat a-
bunch of fruits and
Say
vegetables.
eat a kiwi.
I think
Oh my
celery
God.
has potassium.
Rick, your worst time sleeping is being bitched at by a ghost.
Oh, the ghost of my old apartment.
Yeah.
That pushing me over, that asshole.
Yeah.
I've been pushed over and grabbed in my sleep by a ghost. Well, actually, I wasn't grabbed. The one time, the last time that it happened was weird because I woke up. Broad and I were sleeping, and I woke up because it felt like somebody was on the corner of the bed, like pushing up and down in the bed. Like, that's what it felt. That's what I woke up to, and I remember feeling like one or two pushes as I was awake, and I was like, "That's weird." Like I just woke up, and I felt that, and like I don't know what that was. I went back to sleep. There's nobody's there, and it was, I mean, seconds later, 5 seconds later, she wakes up fucking screaming because she's like, something just grabbed my foot. Like, oh yeah, it's a ghost.
Shit.
Fuck that shit.
Oh.
Yep.
Fuck
wa-
that shit. Those apartments are nice, but man, they were haunted.
Yeah,
Oh.
the one time, it was the day that I met her mom. I'm sitting on my bed up against the wall, so like I'm sitting up and I'm just up against the wall, and I kind of nod off, and I feel something push me like on my shoulder, like push me over like a little bit. I'm like, what the fuck? So I sit back up, and then I start to nod off again, and I feel it again. I'm like, just fucking like I have like 30 minutes, like leave me alone. So then I nod off again, and I felt all 5 fingers on my head. I felt it grab the top of my head. And then I woke up and I was like, fucking fine, I'm leaving. Like, I'm out of here. Like, you get up to bed.
What the fuck?
Scary ass shit, man.
Yeah, it was more annoying because I'm trying to sleep. But yeah, that shit used to happen. Well, that's like they say too. Pay attention to your clock when you wake up. If you ever wake up in the middle of the night, because this used to happen all the time.
The
too.
witching hour.
Yeah, 3 o'clock. I used to wake up 3 a.m. on the dot, 3 a.m. And that's the witching hours from 3 to 4. And supposedly, if you wake up in that time, it's because there's something watching you. And I used to wake up at 3 o'clock on the dot, like just no issue. Not 2:59, not 3:01, fucking 3 a.m.
That's
Exactly.
crazy.
every single night. Yep, it was awesome. It was a good time.
Did you get back to
Yeah,
sleep?
fuck
Okay.
Yeah, I would go right back to sleep. I didn't care. Fucking watch me. I'm naked. Like, go ahead, watch me. If that's what you want to look at. If I'm your thing, then go ahead.
Mhm.
My worst thing for sleep though is like when you feel like you're falling, you just crap, like you just you shake yourself, or like I've snored loud enough where it wakes me up.
Yeah.
And that's just like, all right, like, did she
Well-
hear that? Did I play it off? Go, I have
Back
a
in-
black lung.
Back on the CPAP machine, you ever wake up because you stop breathing?
No.
I don't know. I don't know if
No?
I don't know if I snore. So
Oh yeah, I have. I've woken up like I can feel myself in my sleep like trying to breathe and I'm just not breathing. And then I wake up.
That's not
Yeah, you-
good.
you
No,
might
I'll
want to
probably-
get that addressed, bro.
Oh, yeah, I'll
you
probably
might
die
talk to your
soon,
doctor
so-
about that.
Yeah, if I die in my sleep, that's how. Just know that this is right here. It's on camera.
Yeah, you might want to get that addressed.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, that's happened.
Yeah.
I'd say that's happened to me at least 4 or 5 times.
I typically only snore like when I'm like really fucking exhausted or if I'm sick. That's usually the only time I snore.
What about allergies? When you just your face is just melting.
Yeah, I classify that as sick. Yeah, if I'm like super
Okay.
congested.
We have video evidence of Jake being severely affected by allergies.
Yeah. Oh, fuck the allergies.
Mhm.
Over them.
All right, I'm
Bring
getting
the dog into the house doesn't help that.
I'm getting tireder. Let's talk about sleep.
Cider has some mushrooms.
No, I'm fasting.
Fasting.
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, you guys didn't know I fast?
No.
No.
Yeah, I do intermittent fasting.
I fast when I sleep.
In your
Yeah.
sleep, you don't sleep. Eat?
No, I don't.
That's
sleep.
good.
Yeah, it's very good so
Yeah.
far. Haven't
Uh,
lost any weight, but you know.
He's not landfill.
Oh, what are you eating? Ham.
Ham. Beer Fest reference. Go watch it.
Yes. Classic.
All right, that it then?
Yes, we didn't have no
Well,
chin
I can save
scratchers,
my
right?
question for next time.
You sure?
What did you say, Rick?
Yeah, I was gonna say we don't have any chin scratchers, do we? But yeah, you have a question. Just ask your question. You go
I was
ahead.
gonna
Alright.
say you don't have to be official chin scratcher.
All right. So there's a show I've been watching, got back into called Westworld. I want to use this background as well because it's very cute.
Toad.
There's another mushroom. It's a different mushroom though. So there's a show called Westworld, and I just was curious about what you guys would do in that situation. So let's lay it out. You go off of a train, and you're in the Wild West, and there's people everywhere that think they're in the Wild West. They are actually robots, and they look and act just like people. Everything you can do with a person, you can do with this robot. The only difference is if you get shot, you don't die. If they get shot, they do. So
I'm raping everybody.
okay. That's what I was gonna ask. What do you think? What do you think of the first thing or something notable you'd want to do in that setting?
How come
No
you don't die when
repercussion.
you get shot?
What?
Like, how come you don't die when you get shot? Is it not real bullets then, or
No, it's like fancy guns. It's a sci-fi show because there's robots that are indistinguishable from humans. So they have fancy guns that, like, if it's programmed to damage the guests or the hosts, they're called the robots, but it doesn't damage the guests, the humans. It's just like fancy sci-fi. So you can get in a shootout and just if you get shot, it hurts. Like it feels like maybe a paintball or something, but you can walk it off.
yeah, fucking you fuck every woman and you kill every guy.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
this sounds like the TV version of whatchamacallit, the movie with Eddie Murphy there, Pluto Nash.
So I
Pluto
really,
Nash?
really watched that movie. I know
Really? You've never
of
seen
it.
it?
Like,
That's where he's got a
Yeah.
whole bunch of Eddie Murphys inside of him.
No, that's 100 words.
Oh,
What?
No, he lives
I
on the
love
moon. He lives on the moon and he's owns a nightclub. And then it's a whole action movie about this guy trying to take over his nightclub. But he has
On the moon?
wrote, yeah, the moon is colonized.
Fancy.
2050.
That's
on the
pretty-
moon. No way.
Whalers on the
That's
moon.
great. We landed on the moon. I got my dog
What
excited.
channels? What service is this on, Kyle?
It's not. It's an HBO show.
HBO.
The first couple of seasons take place in that. It's like spoilers about Westworld. I'm not gonna go past the first season though. But the first season is like robots becoming aware that they're robots and starting to be angry at the humans, and it gets crazy from there.
There's boobies in it.
might have to check it out.
Yeah, I like
Check
it.
it out.
It's a really good sci-fi if you like sci-fi. And the
Yeah.
first episode's a little repetitive, but after that it gets better.
I like sci-fi.
Yeah,
I like the first episode, but it's very repetitive.
Is it got like Anthony Hopkins in it or something like that?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. I have a little Funko Pop of not Anthony Hopkins, but like a guy in the show called Bernard. He's just a guy wearing glasses. It's a very boring Funko Pop, but I like the character a lot. So
I definitely would probably rob a bank. If I was doing
Yeah,
that.
I'd do
I
a
mean,
lot
that would
of
be so
fun shit.
fun.
like rob a bank. Like I'd have to. I'd have to be like,
Go train car jumping.
yeah, I'd have to be like, if in that scenario, I'd have to be a dickhead.
Mhm.
Right.
It's
I'd be an outlaw.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like I'd
for
have to.
sure. Like Billy the Kid stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they set up storylines so you could join a gang and start to like take over and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah. I
That'd
would
be
dig that. I'd dig that life. I'd live that life.
For sure.
Yeah.
Mhm. All right. That's
God, the
that's all.
Cowboys blow.
I'm watching. They're just missing passes.
Terrible.
Pay all that money to
Hey.
Dak. Ooh.
The Bucks aren't doing that good either. I see their offensive line getting blown up by the Cowboys. I feel like somebody said that on here.
Sure did.
Good.
I made the mistake today of starting Aaron Rodgers. But I'll
Yeah,
take-
he was
I'll-
not that good, huh?
I'll take the Vikings win.
Yeah.
I did start
Yeah,
Justin
wait.
Jefferson. He got me 40 points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your home, well, not home team, but your favorite team wins are a lot more important than your fantasy
Yes,
team
sir.
wins.
Yep. Yeah, I got Rodgers the rest of the season, so I'm sure he'll be
But
better.
money.
I mean,
Depends on
right,
what league you're in. Yeah, if it's a free league.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah, always bet against your favorite team. That way you always win.
no. Not necessarily. It could be a push and you
He's
both
not
lose.
really wrong. Like,
I guess.
yeah, if it's a tie, you're screwed.
Yeah.
Or if your
Aw, I
team
lose
team
again,
loses
dude.
by 3 and the spread was 4, that's
Yeah.
loss.
Yeah, it depends on the bet you're doing. If you're
That's
just doing a
fair.
straight money line bet.
That's true.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right. I gotta work this system out, but we're gonna get so we can't lose. Or we can lose, but we also win at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let us know how that works.
Yeah, definitely. All right.
All right. Anybody else got anything?
I don't think so.
Nice to see football back.
Yep, very happy.
Yep.
Very happy. Nebraska
Ricky,
sucks.
Yep. You guys got Oklahoma coming up.
Yeah, good luck with with a new coach.
Yeah.
So
You guys, us, and who's the other one? A&M all paid the teams that came into town to have them play for a warm-up game or a tune-up game, and we all lost.
that's how it works. Nebraska's done that several times now the past few years. They're bad. They're a bad team. Their days are over. I'm waiting for, unfortunately, their streak of sellout games to end. I'm hoping that it won't, but it probably will this year, next year.
Yep.
They're bad. They're really bad. But I mean, college football is gonna be completely different year next year. So,
Oh, that was it.
well,
Everything's
everything's changing. I mean, the Big Ten is now the big, like 18.
that's true.
USC and UCLA are in the Big Ten now. So I mean, we'll see. How that's all going. You have the Big Ten coast to coast, Los Angeles to Maryland. You have the Big Ten.
Wow.
So, and it's gonna keep going. They're gonna end up probably forming. It's probably gonna end up being
mega conferences.
Yeah, but I think that they'll do their own league. Like they'll be separate from the actual NCAA, and I think that they'll probably have a big 30-something team league that plays for the
Jeez.
championship. That's what
Whoa.
I'm assuming is going to happen here soon. So they got the money, and they just their TV contract.
Oh, it's
Uh,
massive.
The Big Ten, $1 billion TV contract.
That's crazy.
So, and they don't pay their players.
Yep.
Not yet.
So yeah,
Pay
that's
their
the future.
coaches a lot.
Yeah, they do pay their coaches quite a
That's
bit.
gonna suck for the other colleges if they separate.
Yeah. Yeah, they will. And like college footballs can be completely different. And I would say, yeah, in 2 to 3 years, college football is not going to be what college football has been. So, oh well.
Right.
Well, you can.
Yep.
Yep. And Alabama will still be good.
Yeah, they will be.
All right, fellas. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Yeah.
Toodaloo.